Okay, so if you've done video 5.3A, your foldable should look like this right here. If you have done video 5.3K, then you should have this done. And then now you are going to be on 5.3B. So the very next tab that you have on your unit review, I would like you to write 5.3B. And it is multiply 3-digit by 2-digit to find the product. So multiply 3-digit by 2-digit to find the product. And we all know that product means the answer to a multiplication problem, okay? So those digits are your factors, and then you multiply them to find the product. The next one I want you to go ahead and write, and I'm going to switch colors. Actually, we're not going to write that. So just flip open the 5.3B, so flip those up so that we have the top to write on, and then we'll glue some things on the bottom in just a moment. So on the very top, I want you to write multiply put a little arrow. The next thing you're going to do is put in a placeholder. Put in a little arrow. You're going to multiply again. Little arrow, and then you're going to add. Okay, so those are your steps when we're talking about more than one digit. So let's take the problem 351 times 49. All right, so 351 is a factor, 49 is a factor. So my very first step is I am going to multiply all of these digits by the 9. So, so my first step, step 1, is to multiply. Okay, so we can see this yellow. So the 9 times the 1 right there. And 9 times 1 is 9. All right. The next step is the 9 times this 5. So 9 times 5 is 45. I'm going to put the 5, carry that 4 up here. So it's going to be the plus 4. And then multiply this 9 times the 3. So 9 times 3 is 27, but don't forget to add your 4, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. If I carried that 3, it would still fall down, so it's right there. Okay, so first step, so put a little asterisk over here and write step 1. I'm going to multiply. All right. So my next step is to put a what? I need a placeholder. And that placeholder has got to get me underneath this number that I'm going to multiply by. So I need that one placeholder, be it an X or a 0 or a 0 and an X, whatever you need to know what you're doing there. Okay. All right. So my next step is going to be able to multiply this 4 by each of those top numbers. So 4 times 1 is 4. Then 4 times the 5 is 20. Carry the 2. And we already used that 4, so I'm going to mark it off. 4 times the 3 is 12. Plus 2 is 14. And then my next step is going to be, let me write that step down. So step 2 was to put a placeholder, right? Then step 3, which we just did, is to multiply again. All right? And then what is going to be my last step here? My last step is going to be to add those numbers together. So let me put in a little addition sign right here. So 9 plus nothing is 9. 5 plus 4 is 9. 1 plus 0 is 1. 3 plus 4 is 7. And then 1. So my next step, or step 4, is that I added. And then after, if I don't see a decimal, my decimal is going to go right here at the end. And then after 3 digits, 1, 2, 3, I have a comma after every 3 digits. Okay, let's try another one right over here. Let's do 706. And let's multiply that by 65, following each of those steps. Okay. All right, so my next step is, again, I'm multiplying everything by that 5. So 5 times 6 is 30. Carry the 3. 5 times 0 is 0 plus the 3. 5 times 7, 35. I need the placeholder. So I multiplied that 5 by all of those digits. Then I use my placeholder. That's my step 2 placeholder. And then I'm going to multiply everything by that 6. So the 6 times is 6, then the 6 here, and then the 6 there. Okay. So 6 times 6 is 36. Carry that 3. I've already used that one, so I'm going to mark it off. 6 times 0 is 0 plus 3 is 3. 6 times 7, 42. And then I'm going to add that up. I get 0, 9, 8, 5, 4. Don't see a decimal. I know it goes at the end, and I know after 3 digits, I should have a comma. Very good. All right, so at this point, you should have this sheet. It's white today. You have 2 problems on this side and 2 problems on this side. You are going to cut that straight down the middle, and I would like you to cut those 2 problems. There is one that says a large wooden spool. That goes with this teak. And then the other problem says a conference center. So that one needs cut. So once you have those cut, you are going to place them just like this. And we are going to work, let me move that up just a little bit. We're going to work this problem right here and then this problem right here. So after we work them, we'll glue them in. Okay, let me zoom in just a minute. All right, so it says a large wooden spool contains 237 yards of electrical wire. If each spool contains the same amount of wire, what is the length of wire on 18 spools? So if I use RIPS to solve that, the question is, what is the length in 18 spools? So what is the length on 18 spools? Okay, important information is that 1 spool equals 237, and I want to know what 18 spools equals. Okay, to solve this, well, I'm just going to simply multiply. I really don't want to do 237 plus 237 plus 237 18 times. So I know that in 5th grade math, I can multiply. So 237 times 18. Okay, so what would I do there? Okay, so 8 times 7 is going to give me 56. So I put the 6, carry the 5. 8 times 3, 24, plus 5 is going to give me 29. 8 times 2, 16, plus 2, 16, 17, 18. I need a placeholder because I need to be underneath this 1 to be able to multiply it. I'm going to mark those off because I already used them. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 2 is 2. And then I'm going to add 6. 9 plus 7 is going to give me 16. Carry the 1. I'm going to put a plus 1 so don't forget. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Carry the 1. And then 2, 3, 4. Decimals at the end if I don't see it. And a comma goes after 3 digits. So my answer should give me H. Very good. All right, so my next question that I have that I'm going to rip. A conference center has 12 rooms that each have a floor area of 87 square feet. So I have 12 rooms that are 875 square feet and 6 rooms that have 950 square feet. What is the total of these rooms? Okay, well, if I'm ripping this, what is the total area? What is the total area? All right, important information. Well, I have 12 rooms that equal 875 each. And then I have 6 rooms. I'm going to move this line down just a little bit. 6 rooms equal 950 each. Okay, well, to solve that, I am going to multiply. I'm going to multiply to find the 12 rooms. I'm going to multiply to find out the 6 rooms. And then what do I got to do to find out the total? I'm going to add. Very good. Okay. So if you want to pause the video at this point and try and solve this problem on your own and then come back and check your answer, that might be a really good idea to just make sure you're understanding. All right, so I'm going to take 875 times 12. 2 times 5 is 10. Carry your 1. 14, 15. Carry your 1. 16, 17. Move over. 1 times 5 is 5. 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 8 is 8. 0. That's 10, 14, 15. 8, 9, 10. So 10,500. Let me make that darker so to blend it in. And then I'm going to multiply my 950 times my 6. 6 times 0 is 0. 6 times 5 is 30. Carry my 3. 6 times 9 is 54. Plus my 3. 54, 55, 56, 57. I have a decimal and a comma there. So to put them together, I need to add. So 10,500 plus 5,700. And again, I had to multiply, now I'm adding. So 0, 0, 12, 5, 6, and then 1. So my answer choice is 10,500. Now that was this one, but that didn't answer the question. Okay, so total, this is my total. My answer should be C. All right, so at this point, once you have glued these in, just like that, I would like you to go get your Try It. It'll be in the folder on the table, and it'll have 5.3B on the front of it. There are going to be 3 problems on one side, 3 on the other, so it shouldn't take you that long. That's only 6 problems. So complete that and then turn it into the bucket. Make sure your name is on it. When you're done, you may move on to the next teak, that will be listed as 5.3C.